Today's session starts with the topic reproductive health. There are some possible health sequences of having sex. First, we discuss about some diseases transmitted from person to person in a variety of ways. That is known as sexually transmitted diseases. Sexually transmitted diseases. There are number of diseases that is sexually transmitted from one person to another. First, we notice highly destructive disease, that is AIDS. AIDS means acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. AIDS means acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. The causative organism for AIDS is HIV, human immunovirus. Causative organism, that is a virus, HIV. AIDS transmitted through sexual contact with the affected person using same syringe that used for affected person. Blood transfusion, that means blood donation, organ transplantation, artificial insemination. AIDS transmitted through sexual contact with the affected person. Next cause, using same syringe. Using same syringe that used for affected person. Now we use disposable syringe. But in case of drug addicted persons, number of persons use same syringe. Third, blood transfusion. Blood transfusion means transfer of blood from one person to another. That is also known as blood donation. Next cause, organ transplantation. Next, artificial insemination. These are the main cause for transferring AIDS from one person to another. That is sexual contact, using same syringe, blood transfusion, organ transplantation, artificial insemination. Next, sexually transmitted disease is syphilis. Causative organism is a bacteria. Means Trypnoma pallidum. It is a bacteria, Trypnoma pallidum. Trypnoma pallidum. Mode of spread. Sexual contact. Symptoms include fever. The symptoms means a group of ailments. Symptoms include fever, rashes on hand, feet and palms, white patches in mouth, acne like warts in groin areas. Symptoms: fever, rashes on hands, feet and palms, white patches in mouth, white patches in mouth, acne like warts in groin areas. Warts in groin area. Next disease, gonorrhea. Gonorrhea. Causative organism is a bacteria. Causative organism is a bacteria named Neisseria gonorrhoeae. Neisseria gonorrhoeae. Neisseria gonorrhoeae. Mode of transmission, sexual contact. Sexual contact. Next topic, preventive methods for population control and family planning. Preventive methods for population control and family planning. Population control and family planning. First, use of condoms in males and diaphragms in females prevent sperms from meeting the ovulated egg. Use of condoms in males and diaphragms in case of females that prevent sperms from meeting the ovulated egg. Next remedy, intrauterine devices. Intrauterine devices such as copper T are inserted in female body that prevent implantation. Intrauterine devices such as copper T are inserted in female body that prevent implantation. What is implantation? The fixation of fertilized ovum to the uterine wall is known as implantation. The fixation of fertilized, that means fertilization means fusion of male and female gametes, egg and ovum, that is fertilization. After fertilization, usually the fertilized ovum fixed on the uterine wall, that is known as implantation. The fixation of fertilized ovum to the uterine wall is known as implantation. Third method, use of oral contraceptive pills for women. Use of oral contraceptive pills for women. These pills interfere with ovulation. Interfere the ovulation process and prevent fertilization. Use of oral contraceptive pills for women. These pills interfere, that means altering, interfere with ovulation. Ovulation means releasing of matured ovum from the female part, that is known as ovulation. Fourth, vasectomy and tubectomy. These are surgical methods. Surgical methods are very useful. That is vasectomy and tubectomy. They are surgical method. Surgical method. Vasectomy means vas deferens, that is a tube. Vas deferens of male testis tied by thread. Vas deferens of male testis tied by thread. Tubectomy means cutting of fallopian tube. Cutting of fallopian tubes. These surgical methods prevent sperm from going out of the body in male and prevent ovulated eggs passed down for fertilization in females. These surgical methods prevent sperms from going out of the body in male, and prevent ovulated eggs passed on for fertilization in female. Now we complete this short part, that is the reproductive health, under the lesson how do organism reproduce. Now we discuss different types of sexually transmitted diseases like AIDS, Syphilis, Gonorrhea. AIDS means acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Causative organism is a virus, HIV. This transmission through sexual contact with the affected persons, that is male and female, using same syringe that used for affected person, blood transfusion, organ transplantation, that means the transplantation of kidneys, heart, stem cells, etc. etc. Then artificial insemination. Next, disease syphilis. Causative organism is a bacterium, Trypnoma pallidum. Mode of spread, sexual contact. Symptoms, fever, rashes on hands, feet and palms, white patches in mouth, acne-like warts in growing areas, that means in between the legs. Gonorrhea, causative organism, Neisseria gonorrhea bacteria. Mode of transmission, sexual contact. Next topic, preventive methods for population control. Population explosion is the main reason for badly affect our country like India. So we need to prevent the population explosion. So there are some preventive methods for controlling population explosion and also control and family planning. Use of condoms in male and diaphragms in females that prevent sperms from meeting the ovulated eggs. The fertilization takes place in fallopian tube of female reproductive organ. Now this method using of condom and diaphragms prevent this fusion of gametes. Next method for birth control, intrauterine devices such as copper T that inserted in female reproductive organ that prevent implantation. Implantation means the fertilized egg that usually attach on the uterine wall and grow, that prevent this method. Use of oral contraceptive pills for women. These pills interfere or alter the ovulation cycle, that is menstrual cycle, and prevent fertilization. Ovulation is the release of mature ovum from ovary. Vasectomy and tubectomy are two surgical methods. Vasectomy means the vas deferens of male testis tied by thread. Vas deferens is a tube that helps for passing the matured sperms. Tubectomy, cutting of fallopian tube in case of females. In females, cutting of fallopian tube. Fertilization take place in fallopian tube, that is fusion of gamete took place in fallopian tube. These surgical methods prevent sperms from going out of the body of male and prevent ovulated eggs passed down for fertilization in females. Now we complete this session. If you like, please like, share and subscribe.